The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December 10th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, well, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. I don't know why we don't have phones, but send me an email. Send that to steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we've got a slightly mixed bag out there. The mix is really coming from the semis. They're down 81 points. The New York Stock Exchange is off 39 points as well. The Dow's up 29. S&P's up 2. NASDAQ's up 4. Russell's up 2. Trading's are up 91 out there. The NASDAQ Composite's up 24. Gold is up $30 even. Steven. Silver's up 4 pennies. Light sweet crude is up 5 cents. 55 cents, I should say. Natural gas back 8. 30-year Treasury down 17 ticks. Down 10 ticks for the 10-year note. Our leaders in the clubhouse, dollar-wise, led by ServiceNow, a $25 move, a little over 2%. Charter Communications, $12, 3%. Tesla, $11 and change, nearly 3%. Ollie's Bargain Outlets, up 10%. That's an $11 move there. Moneyline is up $10, 13%. The our shakers to the downside, led by that down $46, 13%. United Rentals, $35, 4%. Does MONGODB mean anything, folks? Does that have some kind of meaning out there? Got to have something. But it doesn't have any meaning in Stevie's mind other than gobbledygook. Beijing, or Beijing, I don't even know how you pronounce that one. It's off $20, 10%. Ferguson Enterprises down $18, 8%. And Regeneron Pharmaceuticals off 18 as well. That's a 2.25% move to the downside. So let's begin. Let's take a look at that New York Stock Exchange. Vance Kleinhauser is still below the zero threshold level. Tells us that sellers are the ones in control of the general market. That is being offset by that's being offset by the spot VIX index, which still remains below its 50-day exponential moving average. Now, when we do have a rising spot VIX index here, so we want to keep an eye on that. Still below the 50-day exponential moving average out there, but a rising VIX. Now, when it really gets to be troublesome is when you have price rising and a rising VIX. So we don't have a divergent pattern here, but we do have volatility that most certainly is picking up. I had mentioned, if you caught the 11 a.m. update, that we did have some new profiles that are forming in the daily equity future contracts. They're forming for the ES Mini and for the NQ. How can I do this? Let me try this here. Let's see if I do this. Now we're just looking at the ES Mini. Now I'm going to pull over my white background chart. Hope I don't really screw things up for you, because we do have two sets of profiles out here. And so I can't touch the black one. If I touch the black screen, I'm going to lose this white panel. I need to move that over. So in the black screen, what you're looking at out here is both of these have profile resistance levels that are exactly the same. 61.11. So mark that on your sheet of paper. First, the price closed above 61.02 and a quarter. It negates the top inside the ES Mini. It closed above 61.100. Says we're back off to the races to the upside. This has a bullish structured profile. And that bullish structured profile has a buy zone. This is where it gets different. This is where we differentiate between the two sets of profiles. And we use them both, by the way. We're going to use them both. And the buy zone here on the daily time frame, black background charts, that's a courtesy of eSignal. Not really courtesy, I pay for it, but it's a great charting application. Is between 60.22 and 60.44. If you take a look at the ES Mini, though, now, what is nice is this has now come into play. So this has changed since this morning. So 60.22 is still the support level. So we know resistance and support, they're both the same. We've got different centers out here. The 60.44 on the black background chart gives it a bullish structured profile. 60.77 on the white background chart, that gives us a bearish structured profile. Look, we just have to use the data, use all those numbers as you are managing your trades inside of the ES Mini out there. If we take a look at the NQ's chart, what we're going to see here is that both actually have the same sets of, oh, no, they don't. Oh, Lord. So on the black background chart, I'll just simply expand it out. Black background chart's got a bullish structured profile, a buy zone between 21,345 and 21,436. The top of that profile, its wave 7 top, is up the 21,706, 25 level out there. I do not have new profiles now on my other NQ charts out there, but nonetheless, and this is a profile that's attempting to form. You'll see this is just today only. So you could have things going back and forth out there, but I would still use that data for your intraday trading out there. If I switch over, and I'll do that right now, switch over, you'll see the white background charts out here. You'll see what I'm referring to. Now, what I've done here is I've gone ahead and modified this screen just a tad so that it's got the dance steps, right? We're going to come up with a new name for that at some point in time. But it comes up with the dance steps, the consecutive moves higher and lower out there at the bottom of the screen, which is very helpful. Why? Because if we take a look at the rally here in the ES Mini, we're looking at the daily time frame chart. And the rally I'm just referring to is one that started at the beginning of the month out there, November 1st. Well, we'll see if we've had one 2-bar pullback, and then we motored on. We had another 1-bar pullback, and it's and then a second 1-bar pullback down here on December 5th, and it may prove to be another 1-bar pullback at day's end. I don't know, but the point is, if we get to a second day pullback out there, if the ES Mini is still in a bullish mode, it does have a top out there, then that's just normal behavior. A 1 to 4 bar pullback is normal behavior in a bullish mode out there. If you look at the NQ, you also see just a 1-day pullback there. Now, we did get 5 consecutive days to the downside back here on November 15th before price took off. Today, right now, it could be a 4-day move to the downside inside of the Dow. So if the Dow does close lower today, it'll just really match the 4-day period between November 14th and November 19th out there, and would be highly suggestive, if we are in a bull market, that that tomorrow, if in fact we do get a lower close today, that would be the end of the move to the downside. As we take a look at above here, anything else that I can point out, the Dow equity future contract on its daily time frame, it's trading below all kinds of support. We'd have to go to the weekly time frame to identify what we'd be looking at there as a possible support level, likely the oscillator and change line. In the case of the Russell 2000, the same thing. Now, in the case of the Russell, it may be targeting the top of that daily profile that formed below price, which is a bullish message, but it still is a level of support. So for the Russell 2000, its equity future contract, the level to be watching there would be 2360.30. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We've only got one request so far. That request coming in from Rob, who wants to take a look at McDonald's, MCD. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Rob wants to take a look. He's trying to find an entry point into McDonald's, ticker symbol there, obviously MCD. And as we take a look at the charts here, what I'm going to start with here, Rob, is I'm going to start with the right-hand side, the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame chart 2 months ago formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It was this nice little dark cloud cover candle. So it's generating a topping pattern. However, what's also transpired is on a monthly basis, we have not seen a close below that green oscillator and change line. Its signal is neutral. Cautious but neutral. If you look at the weekly time frame chart out here, the weekly time frame chart negated a TD9 count top. I don't have any other topping pattern. Although let me open up the chart. Maybe there's a larger A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Well, that's not the case. Yeah. So I don't see that. What we do see out here then, Rob, is price trading with inside its weekly profile. The sell zone has acted as resistance. And that sell zone is between 300.81 and 307.64. So the mere fact that we keep testing it, we've tested it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times in the last 7 weeks is what it looks like to Stevie out there. So it's real stiff level of resistance. So suggestive that we could see a retracement. The area that you're looking for specifically, you said, was 290. So here's kind of the issue at this stage here. Let's say we do get a pullback. The weekly starts trading below the green oscillator and change line. And the same, quite frankly, for the daily time frame. Because the top of your profile for the daily chart out here, Rob, is at 293.45. Let's call that close enough for you for the 290 level. So if price were to get down there, that would most certainly be, a buy point. The weekly would say it would be 287.13. So that kind of, gets you the 290s in the middle of that wedge out there. But I don't have a signal to suggest that price is going to get all the way back to 287 again. If we close below 293.45, well, then what you'd be looking at is that, again, a 286 to 288 level out there. Now, without having a top inside of McDonald's, there is, I don't believe, I just want to confirm this, that there is not a completed A to B equals CD pattern on the upside. Visually, it doesn't look like it to me. There's your A to B point. Let's go ahead and move this over to the C point out there. And yeah, we're not even close. So there's no A to B equals CD point. What we can say, though, is that at 302.70, that's your also very strong resistance. Why? Because that's the TD9 count breakdown level. And that's been tested 3 times in the last couple of weeks out there. We're really in kind of this interesting this interesting moment for the chart on the daily time frame, Rob. The oscillator and change line just changed colors. When price, so there's a unique element about that. When it just changes colors and price pulls back and tests and reject that level, that's actually a buy point, which was at 296.62. But knowing that you've got this stiff overhead resistance, 300.81 on the weekly, monthly we're not really taking a look at, 302.70 on the daily time frame. I just wait for a pullback and try for that 293-ish area. I just don't have any type of confirmation that that's what's going to unfold out there. And you can see here, we went up 3 days, back a day, up a day, back a day, up 3, back a day, back a day. Well, we'll call it the back a day. No, that's just kidding about. That's the best that I've got for you, Rob, out here. Maybe it's best just to wait and let a few days worth of few days play out here so we can see what happens with this. But that's what I've got for you in the review of McDonald's. And as always, thanks so much for writing in. We've got a request from Dude inside the Tiger's Den. YMM is the ticker symbol that we're going to take a look at. What a beautiful day it had yesterday. It's had a bunch of beautiful days. In fact, it negated its daily TD9 count top. That is full truck alliance. So on a daily time frame, this is suggesting to you and I this wants to move higher. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, we do see a potential for a wave number 7 top. Let's just go back and try to monitor that, see where that all began out here. Because it's a complicated system, quite frankly, the chart. So what do we have? Where's that coming from? Nope. That's not what Stevie is. So we don't have a wave 7 top at all. Again, price closed above profile yesterday. It took out a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on a weekly. This is a weekly time frame. Shoot, last week it took out a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Gap to the upside. Very strong momentum move that's going on inside of full truck alliance. Daily time frame, as we said, is bullish, and the monthly time frame is bullish as well. Monthly time frame, probably I'm sure you're doing this here, but there is an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Let's go take a look at that out here. I'm just simply, in this case here, I think I'm just simply going to draw in the A to B point, and I'm just simply going to move this over to the next lowest low that forms after that B point. Looks like that's right here. So you are at the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, or more than the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD price level out there. That says if you were to receive, dude, a bearish reversal candle on the daily or the weekly time frame, you would have a sell the D point top, and that would just simply signal to you that price should then pull back to test support. Support at this moment in time at 11:23 in the morning on December the 10th is 1075. That's going to change because it's the oscillator and change line. But on the weekly chart, it will not change unless there's a new profile that forms. And right now, support would be at the 1029 level. So, dude, I hope that helped you out with regard to YMM out there. A very good looking stock. Now, this is traded higher before I just take up on this for 10 consecutive sessions out there. So you've got to expect or anticipate, some kind of pullback. It might just be today. This is an inside bar. The inside bars simply tell you that if that's how this candle forms at day's end, that the pattern that's in place should continue. In this case here, that's that A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Let's move on. Joe wants to take a look at SMCI, looking for an entry there. And then SMCI right now is pulling back today, and it is trading back inside its profile. So that makes it relatively easy for us to take a look at, Joe, from this standpoint. And the standpoint is you're inside a bullish structured profile. The oscillator and change line is just above the buy zone. The buy zone, by the way, is 3409 to 3557. That's your entry area. It is possible that as price gets that oscillator and change line, currently printed at 3665 out there, that testing and rejecting that could also be a buy area out there for SMCI. That's what the daily tells us. The weekly tells us that price is trading above 3059. It's trading above the top of its profile. It's trading above its oscillator and change line. Here, the potential level of support, Joe, would be at 3672. So you got 3409, 3557, 36. 36-ish is what we've got to call it, because that number is going to change, that oscillating change on. On the monthly time frame, interestingly enough, this has a very narrow range profile. It ranges from 32.68, which is strong support, even though we did close below it 2 months ago, but we closed back above it just last month. But the resistance level is at 42.71. So that's holding resistance. You're looking for the buy. The daily's pulling back. It's only the first day of a move to the downside. So hopefully you get anywhere from 2 to 4 days, with price getting back towards that 34.09, 35.57 level. So, Joe, that's what I've got for you on SMCI. I hope that helps. And as always, thank you for your request. Brent is writing in and does not have a position, but is looking for a position inside of Intel, INTC being the ticker symbol. Brent is smooth, isn't he? I don't know. I don't recall reading it in that email, although I read it so quickly. My apology. But today, Brent, bar number 9 of a TD9 count. Are you just playing with us out here? Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. We'll finish taking a look at Intel, and then we're also going to look at natural gas. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We've got the charts up here for Intel. This is for Brent in Martinez, California. Brent is nice enough to alert us to that TD9 count pattern that's going to go ahead and confirm today and complete tomorrow. Can't get a lower low. What you need on a TD9 count is bar 8, which was not the low of the pattern so far, bar 9 or bar following bar number 9. So now we've triggered that TD9 count pattern. That very likely is going to go ahead and complete out there at tomorrow. We've got a breakout level as well, Brent, at 1852. That was from a different TD9 count pattern out there. So that becomes your kind of your target area. But very well, we could very well see a bottom inside of Intel between today and tomorrow. Of course, the TD9 count patterns can fail. And if we get a close below the low of that pattern, I don't know if it's today's low, tomorrow's low out there, then that would signal that there's a strong downward momentum move. The next price target level would be 1852. I believe you were talking about a swing point in September, so it probably is the swing point that I would be looking at was September the 10th out there. The volume there was 55 million shares today. This has done in 2 hours of trading 30 million shares, so it's about a 90 million share day, give or take out there. Price is trading below the bottom of its weekly profile, but it's only Tuesday, right? So we don't know. And in the bottom of the profile should be strong support. The reason I say that is it's 2067, and it's both the daily and the center of that profile. So if we do close, well, if we close below that, only if the TD9 count pattern just simply gets negated. So it's going to go ahead and complete by tomorrow. So we won't know anything until really Thursday and Friday out here on Intel. On a monthly time frame, Intel is trading below its oscillator and change line. It is trading below profile support, which is at 2120 out there on a monthly basis. So that's not really a great picture, a great view out there. But nonetheless, you've got an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside as well. This looks like it's probably more like a 1 to almost a 2, 1 to 1.618 for sure. A to B equals CD pattern. That requires a bullish reversal candle. So it's possible that maybe you'd wait for that. Just simply to know that you do have the potential for buyers at your back. If we were to look at a 30-minute time frame chart, and we're going to do that, it's not even an if, we've got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, and it needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm some type of bottom. Let's go from 30. Let's jump up to 65 minutes. 65-minute charts, equally 65-minute bars in a day, no bottom signal there. And the last one we'll take a look at is that 130-minute time frame. 330-minute bars, equal time frame bars in a day here, and this is trading below its TD9 count. So here's what I would say, Brent. The intraday signals are suggesting that the low is not in, that the and we likely will see lower price tomorrow inside of Intel. So that's what I've got for you, my friend. As always, thanks so much for playing the game. Hey, let's give the Denners a potential trade out there. Ho ho ho! Let's go take a look at natural gas. This is for Ron out here. Ron is looking for a reason to go long natural gas out there. So let's go take a look at the and first what Ron actually wanted to look at, even though I was going for something different. Ron wanted to look at the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. So on the monthly chart, I don't know if I'm going to really have enough data. Let's go find out. But certainly we do on the daily and the weekly. I've got enough data here on the monthly, though, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to start with the monthly chart. I believe we did that. We've done that. We've done that over the last week or so. And what's showing up here is last month was a bullish piercing candle. What that did, Ron, was it generated a buy the D point pattern for the monthly time frame. Now, its price target should be that oscillator and change line, which is sitting inside that bullish structured monthly profile zone out there. It's all the way up towards the 362 level. The weekly time frame has a Rhodes momentum indicator signal that's been triggered, but never generated the bullish reversal candle that I look for. And all we've really had out here on a weekly basis is price consolidating with inside that weekly profile. And Ron, that's a buy zone, which was hit last week, almost hit this morning. It's between 288 and 305. The actual low of the day so far has been down at the 3069 level. You trade above the weekly oscillator and change line. You know, if you're really aggressive, that could be a buy area. But, and this is the but, you've got the daily time frame chart. Here's what I don't know. Here's what we don't know. Is this just a test and rejection of a swing point low from December the 4th out there? I had volume of 171,000 contracts. I don't think I'm going to get, it says 97,000 contracts right now. I'd be waiting for the end of the day. So if you do test and reject that swing point, I could come up with a possible reason for you to consider taking an entry out here. What else did we do? Is it? Nope. We've tested and rejected the swing point from November the 4th out there a couple different times. We didn't do that today. We're trading below the red oscillator and change line. What you and I need now is some really compelling information on the intraday charts for natural gas. And so let's go take a look at those here. And here we can go from 10 minutes, 15, 30, 60, 120, 240, and 5 hour. So here's what we're really looking for. First thing that popped out to me, maybe popped out to you as well, was a 60-minute time frame. So let's open up this chart. We mentioned yesterday that price had gapped up Sunday evening. Well, that gap was filled this morning at about 8 a.m. So that gap is now gone, and it's turned into be a TD9 count bottom pattern that is completing as we speak right now. If price can close above the top of this profile, and it's red oscillator and change line, and that's at about the 312 level, or 312, it's called 313. A close above 313, Ron, on the 60-minute time frame chart is going to suggest that we rally up towards 3.175. So the 60-minute chart is saying, okay, you're looking for a long, give Ron a reason to go long. Well, there's your reason. You've closed the gap. You've got that TD9 count pattern out there. Of course, you want to see this take out resistance. On a 30-minute time frame, maybe there's an A to B equals CD pattern. Price is trading, and I don't need to know whether there is or there isn't. Why? Why don't you need to know that, Stevie? Because I have these profiles, and the profile resistance at 311, 3.112 to be exact. And when you close above a profile, we're trading above it right now. We haven't closed above it, but if we do close above it on a 30-minute basis for 2 consecutive sessions, well, then what we have out there is a change in trend, a profile change in trend. Another level for you to be watching and observing, Ron, is going to be at $3.12. That is the TD9 count breakdown level on the 15-minute time frame. Closing above that would be a bullish signal. On a 2-hour and on a 4-hour time frame chart, which bottomed with a TD9 count pattern out here, price now pulled back into its buy zone, in between 3.03 and 3.06 out there. That's really about all that I've got for you here when we take a look at natural gas. So I hope that helped you with the with the information. Like always, if you take that trade, just make sure you've got a stop in place, a reasonable stop, and best of luck to you there. Let's go take a look at the next request, which is coming in from ELO inside the Tiger's Den, and that is Eli Lilly. LLY is a ticker symbol. To get rid of a couple things that don't we need here. So here's what Eli Lilly has done. It formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, a bottom, that is, on November 18th. Formed that nice bullish reversal candle, a hammer candle. Beautiful thing. What does that do? It leads to a daily TD9 count top. That TD9 count top completed on December the 5th. And now we are trading back inside its profile. We come back from this break. We'll finish taking a look at Eli Lilly for ELO. We're going to take a look at PAO, SWIM, ADPT, and ATEN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the charts for Eli Lilly. We've got the daily, the weekly, and the monthly time frame charts up on our screen right now. The daily, as we pointed out, had formed a TD9 count top. It did that on the trading sessions of December 4th and 5th. We now have price pulling back as it should. The typical price target ELO is support. It's usually the oscillator and change line. That's really printing right down towards the bottom of its daily profile at 786.92. So that's what. Now it's a buy zone out here. No, it's an equally balanced profile. I would say at this stage, looks to me like Eli Lilly wants to go target. Profile support at 786.92 on the daily time frame. Don't really have much out here on the weekly or the monthly. I mean, they both have tops, but the weekly top found support at 736. Its work to the downside may be done. And on a monthly time frame, you've got a TD9 count top out there. Its work really isn't done necessarily. 682.99 would be its price target to the downside. So that's what I see when I take a look at charts for Eli Lilly, ELO. I hope that helps you out. As always, thank you for your request. Next request from Dude out here wants to take a look at ticker symbol PAYO. PAYO is trading and closed below profile support on its daily time frame yesterday, trading below it today, highly suggestive of lower price. It's suggestive of it, but the weekly time frame chart says, yeah, maybe not so much. So you do have a daily Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. What's holding it up right now from a support standpoint, Dude, is the green oscillator and change line on the weekly time frame. That is currently printing at, and it's testing it, that is currently printing at $10.03. If price were to close below that, would it be a big deal? Heck no. Why? Because you've got profile support at 991. 991 is going to be your key level to be watching should price close below that. On a weekly basis, that's going to tell us that this thing could really be getting ready to pull back. That pullback could take us all the way back to 761. We'll take this one step at a time. I'm not saying that's where price is going, because why? Because price hasn't broken through the support of that weekly time frame chart. And on a monthly basis out here, we take a look at PAYO. I don't see any kind of a top out here. Price last month took out its TD9 count breakdown resistance at $9.29. This is testing its all-time high. That took place here the month of June of 2021. 9 million shares traded. Then last month, we were up with 90 million shares out there, pushing in a swing point with volume. So right now, what I can't be certain of is this a buy? If that's what you're looking at, it's a possible buy. Possible. That's all you can give me, Steve-O? Sometimes it is all that I can give to you. We look at a 30-minute time frame chart. I see a wave number 7, potential wave number 7 pattern out there. That's all that I see for that time frame. If we look at the 65-minute time frame chart out here for PAYO, I've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. In this instance here, you need to see a close above 1031 to tell you that bottom is significant enough to say that, you know what, maybe today on that weekly chart, just getting back to that oscillator and change line was a buy point. So, dude, thanks for your request as well. You've got a couple more in here, which we're going to be able to get to. But before we do that, Dan had a request to go take a look at SWIM. SWIM is the ticker symbol out there. And it is right now trading at 702. It is trying to close above the top of its daily profile for a second consecutive session. In order to do that, all that it needs to do is close above $7.03 out there today. If it does that, you'd have a profile change in trend. Looks to me like it's trying to form a daily A to B equals CD pattern on the upside. The B point, which is a B, is labeled letter B as part of the Chapman wave, had volume of 1.4 million shares. Yesterday, you were pushing into at 929 million shares, 929,000 shares, so lighter volume there. But if you did close above that, it looks like you would generate or trigger an A to B, at least a small A to B equals CD pattern on the upside. Your real resistance now that we've opened up the the daily time frame chart, Dan, is the TD9 count top. And that TD9 count top was bar number 8, October the 17th, 762,000 shares. And again, yesterday that was pushed with 929,000 shares. So that suggests that that was going to be tested again, and that is being tested as we speak. Today's volume so far is at 236,000. Again, that's going into 762. So a similar type volume with 2 hours of trading in out here. So SWIM on the daily time frame, I'd be watching that high at 733. I think you said you've got super nice gains out here, and you're asking, do I see reasons to sell? I think that was really the question. And so you're pushing into that TD9 count on a daily swing point with volume out there. Your retracements here over the last maybe 2 weeks, you've only been 2 bars to the downside. That's bullish. You're still above profile. Profile support would be at 633 for the daily time frame. The daily time frame doesn't give you a reason to sell. How about the weekly time frame? Weekly time frame, like the daily, has a top. It's a weekly Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. The high, probably the same that we're looking at, which is at 733. That was tested. It's being tested this week. Sorry. So that volume on that swing, 3 million shares. We're like a day and not even a day and a half. We're at 1 million shares. 1 million going against. This looks to me, Dan, like it's got volume. Doesn't that look like that to you too? You're pushing into that swing point with volume. You're trading above the green oscillator and change line. Yeah, this might be a short-term top, but I don't see the reason just yet to go ahead and jettison that position. And on the monthly time frame, you're in bar number 5 to the upside. You're trading above profile resistance, nothing there. So you're really dealing with, on the daily and the weekly, you're really dealing with that swing high out here from October the 17th. You probably didn't need me to tell you that. But you're asking, do I see reasons to sell? I don't. That doesn't mean it's not going to sell off. I just don't see the reasons, and I'd give them to you if I saw them out there. So hope that helps you out. As always, thank you for your request. Let's go back to another request that came in from Dude ADPT out here. And ADPT, it looks to me like it's going to negate a TD9 count top that had formed out here back on November the 11th, 2024. That's an all-time high date for a lot of instruments out there. So closing above that is muy bueno. Very good. Looks to me like this wants to rally further. Now, you're going to run into a little bit of roadblock. So as you're driving on the way higher out there, 696. I believe there is. I believe that is in Michigan. Isn't there a Highway 696? I know there's got to be a 696 somewhere, and I think it is in the Detroit area. In any event, you've got traffic on Highway 696 out there. If you can close above that, then you're back off to the races. The monthly time frame chart, let's populate this with the signals out here. We are trading above profile resistance out there. That's bullish. That suggests this wants to get up to the 908 level. So the daily is going to take out appears that it will take out a TD9 count top. Again, that requires a close above 670. We're at 680 right now. Everything looks really pretty good here. Now, this is day number 3 to the upside in this instrument. So ADPT could be getting ready to get some type of retracement between tomorrow and probably Friday, I would say, would be the targets there. So that's what we're taking a look at there, dude. You also wanted to look at ATEN. Let me see if I have that out here. We do. It negated a TD9 count top. Rhodes meant to indicate, well, TD9 count top yesterday. This is very bullish. Very strong upward momentum move on the daily. Very strong upward momentum move on the weekly. You're above resistance levels there. And on the monthly time frame, we've got the same thing. So price is trading above both profile resistance and its oscillator change line. And what that tells us, dude, is that price should go target what I presume is its all-time high, Rhodes momentum indicator top that formed back in November of 2022. And that high that you're watching, that it's gunning for, is 1979. It looks like to Stevie, that's where price wants to head to. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. When we come back to this break, we're going to look at the DJT for SATP Adobe. We're going to look at the NQ for its multi-time frames for Z inside the Tiger's Den. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. Let's dive down into the NQ charts out there. This is the daily time frame chart. As I had mentioned prior, There is a new profile attempting to form, not being picked up on my white background system, but it is in the black. Let me give you the numbers to look at. You have a buy zone inside the NQ. It's between 21,345 and 21,436. Resistance is its high, which is at 21,706. You have support right now. This is still, you have a wave number 7 top that is likely going to go ahead and confirm today, but you are trading above. Well, you're trading above its green oscillator and change line, 21,428. That means that is a key level of support to be watching on a further move lower. If you look at the 5-hour time frame chart, we have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top that formed the high. Price is trading below profile support. The rally that we saw this morning ran in resistance at its green oscillator and change line at 21,606. This is suggesting lower price. For that, you go to take a look at the daily time frame. 21,428 is the number. On a 240-minute time frame chart, you have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. You have prices trying to get back inside its profile. It has failed to do that. We also test and rejected its oscillator and change line. Its area that it could be targeting is 21,164. However, I wouldn't say that is the conclusion until you get below that daily oscillator and change line, again, a 21,420-ish area. On a 120-minute time frame, prices testing its buy zone. That is between the level of 21,450 and 21,467. The 60-minute time frame. 60-minute time frame shows that its breakout level of 21,440.25 has been tested 2 different times. Both times it is held out there. I'd be watching that number, 21,440 times 2.5, like a hawk. If we take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart out there, I don't have really anything to report other than price moving back to its Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. That formed at 2:30, actually formed at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon out there. That low is at the price point of 21,441.25. That is a support level. The 15-minute chart is testing its support level. That's its breakout level out there. And I'm sorry, folks, we ran out of time. I didn't realize I was running that far behind. But we'll keep these requests. We'll get to them tomorrow. Adobe, PL, MSTR, Hum, MSTZ. Have a terrific Tuesday, folks. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.